In this video, we're going to discuss how to create a shed roof. And when starting any roof, the first thing that we want to do is review our roof structure. So I'm going to go up to Build, and then go over to Roof, and then Build Roof. In the Build Roof dialog, go to the Structure panel, double check your rafter spacing, your rafter structure here, as well as your subfascias and even gable fascias. I'm going to go back up to the Roof panel, and we're going to choose to auto rebuild the roof, and we're going to choose build roof planes as well. If you remember from other videos, build roof planes will build it just once. Auto rebuild roofs means that if I make a change to the plan, the roof will update to follow my changes. Since this is going to be a shed roof, I'm going to change the pitch to be a bit shallower. We're going to choose a 3 and 12 pitch. And my overhangs are going to be fine as they are. So I'll go ahead and click OK. And this is our basic hip roof. To make a shed roof, we're going to start by specifying some gables. So I'll start by grabbing my vertical walls again. So I'll click on this wall, hold down the Shift key on my keyboard, click on this wall and this wall, and we'll use this Change to Gable Wall tool button on our Edit toolbar. Alright, I'll go ahead and take an overview. We'll go up to the Perspective View tools, and we'll go to Perspective Full Overview. So you can see that we have two shallow gables, kind of nested one on top of the other. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make this a shed roof so it's a little bit more modern, and we're just going to continue this roof plane straight up this way. I'll go back to Floor Plan, and actually let's go ahead and just split our screen. So I grabbed the title bar and just pulled it over. Go back to my plan view. Now we have the side walls marked as gable, and this is going to be the high side of my shed roof. So I'll click on this wall, and I'm not going to use this button. Instead, I'm going to go over to our Open Object, which will open up the specification for this wall. Go to the Roof panel, and if you remember, this Full Gable Wall checkbox is the same as pressing this Make Gable Wall tool button. But the next one down is specifically for the high side of the shed. So I'll go ahead and click on this, and then I'll click OK. So that's how you make a shed roof. You have to have our gable walls, and then our high side gable. Now if you're doing a little add-on or an attachment to your house, maybe adding on a little shed room from the outside, maybe a garden shed, what you're going to do is a little bit different. You're not even actually going to need to use the high shed gable wall setting. You're just going to use the gable walls. So let me rotate this camera view around to this side, and we're going to add on a little attachment over here. So I'll grab my wall tool, we'll click and drag a little segment here, and as soon as I have a room, the roof will generate on top of it. And you see here that we have just a hip roof. So if we want a single roof plane that comes up from our outside wall butting up against our inside wall, we'll select the two sides, make them gable walls. Alright, so I clicked on one, held down Shift, click on the other, change to gable wall, and that's how we get our little shed, maybe addition or attachment there. I'll press my space bar, and we'll go ahead and just delete these walls because they're not part of our regular plan.